So I do have a lot of mix and match sports papers. We've had different theme packs. So occasionally you might see me doing more sports. He's gotten to the point for the last 10 years, he's like, you guys don't need to come to my things. Other than practices, we bring him there. He prefers to be on his own. All right, so let's assume this is going to be a 4x6 photo. And I want a little edge around there. And we could go 6.5 or 6 3/4. But the fabulous thing about this new trimmer is it's got the markings for all of the inches and eighths and sixteenths. And technically I could figure that out before, but this makes it even so much easier. So I'm actually doing 6 3/8 because I like being different. So I'm going to do 4 3/8, and you can see the markings right down here if you zoom on in. So it's kind of between, it's almost halfway between 1/2 and 1/4. Actually, it is halfway between. So, let's do 2 photos. So I am going to do a horizontal and a vertical on here. And I can see that we haven't put down our half circle yet. We have to do that. So we're going to cut some of that off, but I'm going to adhere it first. I'm just not going to put repositionable tape all the way around. Well, I guess that's where it wants to stay. And then we're going to cut. So field hockey parents, I am inexperienced at this, so don't shoot me. I think this is a good spot for that. And, I'm wondering, this solar yellow is really pretty. And I made the ball that color. And you will see me do this a lot, covering up the holes. I think we're going to back this in yellow. There. I think that makes it stand out. You could use your team color, whatever that is. Always trying to incorporate the team color is a good option for color choices. And I chose solar yellow because it's one of the typical colors of the ball in this sport. And then when I was looking it up, there's a rainbow of colors that you can use just so that it is visible. Let's see here. I also had this, which we could incorporate in here. But where would I want to do that? So we're going to do some line work on the edge. And let's see, maybe a 3x4 photo. Don't want to hide our little shooting zone. Maybe do a miniature team photo and a full size. So let's, I have more solar yellow. I think one of the videos I'll do is to show you how I organize all my scraps and orphan print pages. Because sometimes, and I joke when I say this, I'm using repositionable, so this is a little easier to pull off. Scrapbookers are hoarders, organized hoarders. And just take a look at your paper stash. Last September, end of August, I needed to make room because I had so much paper and I organize by collection, and then when collections get small, I put them in a theme. And so there's a few things that I have a theme project folder for. There we go. And I'm going to just pencil in my cat. Sorry, 4x6 photo. And I'm just going to, I have random photos here everywhere just to show what the edge would look like. My son went to Pigeon Forge and he went to the pirate show. And he rarely takes pictures, and he texted me photos. So I would turn this, I think, both of them. Now, I'm doing a simple page. You could do more to this page if you wanted to. I'm going to adhere this. During the tape runner drought, I had to buy a different refill. And I have found that those refills aren't quite the quality that Creative Memories sends our way. All right, so first we're going to draw lines, and then we're going to do a title. And for this, I do freehand. Want to use black, but I want it to be a little more straight. Let's see, if I do that here on a raised, foam squares are my friend. We're really good friends. There, that's enough. Depending on how many collections come out in a month or so, and thing is, if you, I can go through 10 packs a month. So I have got this edge open so that you're able to get the photo up and out and replaced without actually attaching it to the photo area. All right, so I'm just going to try the trick to doing a straighter line. I'm not going to swear it straight, is to move your hand, keeping your wrist stiff. And we'll see how that actually fares, because my desktop is slipperier. Otherwise, feel free to use a ruler. When you're working with a white page, it's nice to define that edge. The other thing you could do is ink, which is the other thing I think I might do. We have a honeycomb that could be mistaken for a net. I'm actually going to go down this like a quilter. I'm going to go down this whole space on the white. If you don't ink, that's totally fine. I did not start inking until last year when Creative Memories came out with an advisor vote box. And I thought, oh gosh, I'm so bad. I make such a mess. Well, yes, I do still make a mess, but I have found interesting ways to make it work for me. So what I'm going to